Today we have a special invitee with us, Mr. Kishore Choksi of Choksi Heraeus, a man of vision and who works for the development of the Indian electrical contact industry. He has a lot of plans put in place on how to bring about the formalization and lot of academia into this industry for the overall well-being of industry.
Always a good chance for us to participate in such conferences. This is the first time of its kind here in India. So Silver Conference, bringing various people from various facets on one platform. It'd be miners, refiners, producers like us, and then of course the consumers.
Being a partner with global leader like Heraeus, they're a technology fashion company, invested lots in R&D. How do you feel partnering with Heraeus?
So first let me go back a little bit how we got started. I mean, more than 6 decades ago, we partnered with Heraeus primarily for platinum products. And then in the 60s, they saw the need to partner also for silver contacts. That's when history started for use of silver contacts here. So they are supporting us immensely today, worldwide, with their network of sales force. And we are able to then, of course, more than 40% of our production of silver contacts, we're able to export to countries like US, Europe and Far East.
Silver-based markets are reshaping in India because the government has ambitious solar targets, the solar national solar mission. So how do you see this opportunity for players like Choksi Heraeus in solar-based markets?
Well, we discussed this at great length with our partners. They have been in solar business in the top level for many years now, but the things are getting challenging. I mean, okay, for India, it is upcoming industry for solar cells, applications for silver paste. We are still evaluating whether it would be worth, because it needs a lot of technology transfer. The silver powder this is required is the biggest challenge, and we are still evaluating whether it would make sense for us to produce here in India. We are not ruling out anything, but let's see.
Both the electrical contact business, sir. How do you envisage this an opportunity for Choksi?
Silver contacts growth has always been there, here in the country as well as worldwide. Against many past thoughts, maybe 25, 30 years back, that silver contact consumption may go down. The very fact that silver is the best metal for this application, they've not been able to find any proper substitute for it. So the demand will grow over the years, continued. And if you say 8% growth in silver consumption, what we see in silver contacts is probably more than that. It's between 10 and 15%. And with the offspring of EV vehicles coming in, the solar panels requiring solar circuits and solar electrical panels will also increase the consumption of silver contacts.
Actually, what we used in the solar panels, because we don't have any vapor manufacturing capacity, it's all imported, only we assemble the things. So going ahead, you see whether India will be actual manufacturing takes place in India or still we do dependent on imports?
I believe it's all volume game. So once the critical volumes are required, I mean, we reach that level, then I'm sure that someone has to start manufacturing here. So we would like to do that, be the first ones to do that. Let's see.
This policy issues on the inverted duty structure of the silver raw material and the end product electrical contacts. What type of policy reform should be done? What would you like to tell the policy makers to?
Right. It's a hot topic for us. Silver raw material could be imported at the duty of 10 to 12% earlier with the cess and so on. Now it's 15%. As against that, Government of India have got a policy where they exempt certain goods for import at a reduction of 7.5%. So that's hurting us. So that's what we call the inverted duty structure, that the raw material is more expensive than the finished goods. Now we can have cheaper FAP prices, and that's what Make in India is all about, that we can supply all over the country as well as export because of more competitive pricing. On the other hand, I cannot become so much cheaper that the 7.5% on silver value can be compensated. In that sense, our customers will start thinking of importing some of the goods that they cannot probably. So we will only be able to remain competitive for very value-added and very high-tech niche products. But for mass products of silver contacts, it will become difficult. So we have to be careful, and we have made representation with the government through various channels, and we are continuing our efforts to move this forward.
So your request is instead of reducing the silver duty, remove this product from the lower import exception duty.
Correct. I mean, we don't want to hurt the input, what the government is trying to achieve by increasing the import duty. But I don't think it makes any sense to not protect the Indian producers by giving exemptions like this.
So what is the take of India Silver Conference? This is the first
This is a wonderful platform, and right from the very beginning when we were approached, and we were all for it, we sponsored it. We will keep on sponsoring this program.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
For the future, and this is a great platform for all these different people in the industry attached to silver. So be it miners, the refiners, producers like us, we refine also, and then of course the consumers. They all are on one platform and they can talk on various levels.
So thank you, Mr. Kishore, for a wonderful interview.